that was West Side and Green Canyon. He played at Green Canyon. I'm doing bases on the varsity team, and they have not marked the running lane. More coaches, more on there. But they did the circle, they did the boxes. So in the varsity game, the girl is running in foul territory close to the line, and she gets hit by the throw from the catcher. And we looked at each other and we go, we got nothing. Perfectly legal. Okay. And
she was running in foul?
She was in foul territory, so she was in the running lane that wasn't marked. Okay. And we basically announced she was where she should be. We got nothing. In the JV game, and the girl hits the ball that dies about 4 feet in front of home plate. And she is running in fair territory all the way to first base. The catcher comes out, picks up the ball, and throws it, and first baseman jumps. And we got that. The head coach, who is the varsity coach, he's sitting in the stands. He comes running onto the field. He's looking for footprints. And my partner talks to him and tells him to get out of there. Gives me 5 count. And then I said, you know, you've just been restricted to the bench. He says, I don't care. I says, fine. Then you're out of here. Out of sight and sound. Went to the coach and I says, you get 60 seconds. Game suspended. Well, he did. And on the way out, he goes, you'll never umpire again. Some people just go just their way. It was a giant. You didn't draw the line.
Preston girls buy if you pay. I'll buy if you will get enough. Did he say he had? Did he bring anything else? I said he may have, but.
I'm connected. So it's got two people watching, so I would think the problem might be your end. Which one are you using? The regular? Use the one that's there on the counter to do production. Okay. All right. So I will start the pregame with it here in about 30 seconds. All right.
All right. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody, as we welcome you here to Preston. As this afternoon, the Preston Lady Indians will take the field, and they will take on the Bear Lake Bears after splitting a doubleheader that they had earlier in the week at Burley, I should say. The Preston Lady Indians come into the doubleheader today with a record of 1-2 on the year. The Bears have been busy this week trying to get games in. They split a doubleheader yesterday, also won earlier in the week, and they come in with a 3-2 overall record on the season. Certainly glad to have you with us here today. It's a great day. Sunshine skies, a little bit of a breeze. Unfortunately, that breeze is trying to blow in a storm a little bit later on. It's supposed to arrive later on this afternoon and this evening. That's why they moved the game up 30 minutes to a 3 o'clock start instead of 3:30. That and trying to get a JV game in after this game here today, and all before the weather comes, as certainly it's going to be a problem whether it's later this afternoon into this evening or the overnights. And in fact, they're looking for a mix of snow and rain coming up here tomorrow. So certainly it's going to be a little bit of a problem as we welcome you to our simulcast here on KACH and, of course, the video feed on mylocalradio.com. Take a break. We'll come back. We'll have more on the pregame show from here from the ball field. We'll do all that as we continue right after this.
KACH.
Hi, everybody. It's Dan Hubbard for ChemDry of Northern Utah. Are you worried about the safety of your home or business? Well, ChemDry of Northern Utah can help. Their new Micro Pro Shield service disinfects, then adds antimicrobial protection for up to 90 days. They use patented technology to create a layer of spikes on surfaces that mechanically kills microbes on contact for up to 3 months. Their hospital-grade disinfectant is EPA approved for use against SARS-CoV-2, the very cause of COVID-19. It's simply ideal for residential and commercial settings. If you'd like more information about their new Micro Pro Shield service and you're in Cache or Box Elder County, make sure you call today. 435-752-6100. That's 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern.
Sushi. A word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
KACH.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. The Bears and the Indians coming up in just a few minutes from here at Jim Hanson Field. Starting pitchers today, first for the Preston Indians, Kendall Keller will get a start here today for Preston, as Keller was, she came in relief in that game, the first game played here in the season opener against Hillcrest. She pitched 3 innings that day, walked 2 and struck out 2, but did not figure in the final outcome of the game. And it'll be Haley Humphries on the mound this afternoon for the Bear Lake Bears, as Humphries will make start here today for Bear Lake. As Bear Lake currently out on the field, going through their infield drills, getting ready for a first pitch. First pitch coming up, about 7 or 8 minutes from now. So let's take another quick break. We'll come back and have a little bit more on the pregame show as we continue right after this.
KACH.
We've all heard it said, if you aren't first, you're last. So why not start out first with the #1 brand for driver appeal and initial quality for mass market brands when you celebrate Dodge Performance Days at West Motor Company in Preston and Logan. Celebrate with 0% financing for 72 months or other cash discount offers on select models. Rules apply. So we ask, are you going to be first or last? Choose to be first with Dodge Performance Days at West Motor Company in Preston and Logan. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
WestMotorCompany.com. KACH. KACH.
Well, we had no winner on Friday morning, which means we'll add another $5 into the jackpot. And when I come back on Monday morning, the jackpot will be worth $125. We'll try to give that money away during the 7 o'clock hour. It's the KACH Money Magnet Contest. $125 up for grabs Monday morning right here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500. Or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, this game for the Indians will be their last game before a big break with spring break coming up at school. After today, their next game will not be until they go to Skyline for a doubleheader. That comes up on April 1st. So they'll have about 10 or 11 days off before they play again. As April 1st, we will be with them up at Skyline, and we'll have the doubleheader on that day starting at 3:30 in the afternoon. After today, our next broadcast will come up next Tuesday when the Bear Lake boys will be here to take on the Preston boys out the other side of the field, as it'll be a little baseball action. We'll have a doubleheader for you that day starting at 3 o'clock. That comes up next Tuesday. As the Preston Indian ladies, they come out on the field now as they're going to go through their infield. So we're running a few minutes behind here as Preston will start to go through their infield as folks coming out here. If you want to come out and join us, obviously it's a good day for ball. Sun is out, a little bit of a breeze, but all in all, it's still a great day for baseball here at Jim Hanson Field here behind the junior high school here in Preston. A couple of the notes to pass along to you. The NCAA basketball tournament getting started today. Utah State played earlier. They went back and forth with Texas Tech, and then the Red Raiders went on a 24-4 run in the second half and ended up winning that game today by a final score of 65-53. And was as the Indians go through their warm-ups here as they continue on their infield practice. We can go through our starting lineup today. The starting lineup brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, providing the best care in all the Cache Valley. Franklin County Medical Center, 44 North 1st East, right here in Preston. First for Bear Lake, Hannah DeClerc will lead off. She is the left fielder. Shaney Peterson will bat second and play at third base. Haley Humphries is the starting pitcher today for the Bears, and she'll hit in the 3 spot. Alexis Combs will hit fourth. She is the first baseman. Abby Johnson, the designated hitter, will hit in the 5 spot. Kiwi Nelson will hit sixth, and she will be in center field. Gracie Rigby is the shortstop, and she will bat seventh today for the Bears. And Haley Willis bats eighth, and she is over in right field. And the second baseman and batting ninth is Shaylee Woolston-Huline, as she will be the number 9 batter in the lineup today for the Bear Lake Bears. And for the Preston Indians, coming off that doubleheader split at Burley earlier in the week, they'll line up this way as Vanessa Griffith will lead off, and she plays in center field today. Rory Hanson is the third baseman. She'll bat second. J.C. Larson is in right field, and she'll hit third. Megan Johnson, the shortstop, she'll bat in the number 4 spot today, while Charlie Bear hits fifth and plays over at first. Kendall Keller, the starting pitcher today for the Indians, she'll bat in the 6th spot. Drew Despain, who's caught a couple of games out of the 3 games, she's out in left field today, batting 7th. Shandy Parker is at second base, and she'll bat in the 8th spot. And Chloe Hobson is the catcher this afternoon, and she will bat in the number 9 position here for the Preston Indians. Once again, the Indians out on the field going through their infield warm-ups, as we're still a few minutes away from first pitch. So we'll take another break. We'll come back, and we'll have some softball action for you here from Jim Hanson Field. It's the Indians and the Bear Lake Bears coming up. Stay with us. First pitch coming up in just a couple of minutes.
KACA.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
Following their sweep of the Bobcats, the Preston Indians come home Tuesday to play their first home games of the year. The Bear Lake Bears will be the opponents, and the first pitch is set for 3 p.m. Let's see if the Indians will continue to swing their hot bats after scoring 31 runs in the 2 games against Burley. We will have full coverage on Tuesday, starting with the pregame show at 2:45 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH, and the video feed on mylocalradio.com.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
Take me out to the ball game.
It's time for Preston Lady Indians softball. The Lady Indians take the field to look to continue on what has become a winning tradition. Today's game is brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new and used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meats and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. ChemDry of Northern Utah. If you live in Cache or Box Elder County, they can clean and protect your home or office for greater peace of mind. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, your independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. They have the parts that you need to keep your car running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto insurance from Mutual of Enumclaw. Preston Pharmacy, now with their own app to help you track your prescriptions easier. And by S&T Electric. When you're doing remodeling, addition, or building a new home, they are there for all of your electrical needs. This game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting is strictly prohibited. As we welcome you here to Jim Hanson Field, as today the Preston Lady Indians take the field as they'll play host to the Bear Lake Bears. A little softball action for you. One game today as they'll play the JV game after, which we will not have coverage for you here on KACH and on mylocalradio.com. But the Preston Lady Indians, who picked up their first win on Tuesday as a part of a doubleheader split against the Burley Bobcats the other day, as they come home. They're playing their second home game of the year. They played their season opener here and lost against Hillcrest back a week ago. 13-8 was the final score in that game as the Indians come out and take the field as we get ready here for the top of the first inning. Gives us a chance to give you the how the Indians will line up defensively here. As here they'll open up the game with Charlie Bear playing over at first base. Second baseman is Shandy Parker. The third baseman is Rory Hanson. The shortstop this afternoon is Megan Johnson. Drew Despain will be in left field. Vanessa Griffith will patrol center, and over in right field is J.C. Larson. The catcher, as we mentioned, is Chloe Hobson, and on the mound for the Indians here to start the ball game here today, it is Kendall Keller on the mound here as she gets the start today for the Preston Lady Indians. As we're ready to play some ball here, as Keller will continue complete her warm-up tosses and will be ready for the first pitch of this afternoon's game as they throw the ball down through into second base, and we're ready to play. So here in the top of the first inning for the Bear Lake Bears, it'll be Hannah DeClark. She'll be followed by Shaney Peterson and then Haley Humphries here to lead off in the first inning here today. Kind of what was a bright blue, clear sky earlier this morning. About noon, the wind started to come up a little bit. It's blown a few clouds in, which helps the fielders, gives a little bit of a backdrop when the balls hit into the air. not such a high sky as a clear blue sky would be, but that wind is also blowing in a storm that's supposed to be here later this evening, so hopefully we'll be able to get the ball game in as the first pitch as the clerk runs up as if to bunt, and she pulls the bat back and takes it outside, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Keller, the right-hander, steps back up on the mound, rocks the motion and comes home. Next pitch is bunted out in front of home plate. Keller down to get it and not going to have a play at first base. It's an infield hit. So DeClerc beats out the single. And the leadoff man aboard here for the Bears in the top of the first inning. And that will bring up Shaney Peterson. First pitch to Peterson in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, and down to second base goes DeClerc. She was running on the pitch anyway, so it'll be a stolen base. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Peterson, the third baseman, now hitting in the first inning, already with a runner in scoring position for the Bears. The next pitch she bunts at and leaves it in the catcher's glove, and it's 1-1. You know, the bunt is such a big part of softball, and the field here for the Preston Indians, their home field, really plays into that type of game. There's the 1-1 pitch, misses outside and low, 2 balls and a strike. The dirt in and around home plate is really soft and really thick, and it makes it very easy for a batter to deaden the ball right out in front of home plate, and then it kind of almost gets eaten up like it's in a sand trap out on a golf course. Again, the bunt out in front of home plate, down to get it, the third baseman. Again, the throw's too late, and the Bears will have runners at the corners and nobody out. So with 2 on and nobody out, here's the pitcher Haley Humphries, who can come up and really help herself here in the first inning and give herself a lead before they ever go out and throw a pitch. Keller back up in the circle, comes with the first pitch. It's high. The throw through to the shortstop with the runner going, and she'll steal second base without a play. So that'll put runners at second and third. And still nobody out here in the top of the first inning for Bear Lake. Keller's 1-0 pitch, hit on the ground. That's going to be into right center field for a hit. That's going to get 1 run in. Here comes Peterson to the plate. The throw's too high, but Peterson had doubled back and gone back to the third base. So just 1 run in as DeClerc comes home to score. Advancing to second base was Humphries on the throw to the plate after her RBI single, and it's 1-0 Bear Lake here in the top of the first inning. So here's Alexis Combs. Combs hitting in the 4 spot here today for the Bears. Still runners at second and third, and the first pitch misses down and away, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Combs, the first baseman, hitting from the right side. Outfield pretty much straight away and fairly deep against her, and she swings and misses and swings through it. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Keller back up on top again, rocks and comes home. And that pitch in the dirt, nice save this time by Hobson, keeps it from going to the backstop, and it's 2 balls and a strike. So a couple of bunt singles and a single to right produces a run for the Bears. Next pitch swung on and missed. Count evens up now at 2 balls and 2 strikes on the first baseman, Alexis Combs. Keller ready again. Roxy, here she comes with the 2-2. Look out, it gets away out of her hand, and it goes to the backstop, and here comes the runner home, and we'll score on the wild pitch. So Peterson makes it 2-0. So that pitch got away from Keller, went to the backstop. Makes it 2-0 here in the top of the first. Still nobody out. And a 3-2 count now. on Alexis Combs with the runner standing at third base, and the 3-2 pitch is a ground ball to short. Up with it there is Johnson. Plays it across in time for the out, but the run comes in, and it's 3-0. That's the first out of the top of the first inning, as Bear Lake has staked themselves to a lead. So with one out and the base is now empty, here's Abby Johnson. She takes a little off-speed pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Johnson, the designated hitter today for Bear Lake. Keller ready again. The next pitch hit foul at home plate, and it's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch home is popped up around second base, but it's going to fall in short center field, and it's going to be another hit. 4th hit of the inning for the Bears, as Johnson singles to center. And still only 1 out of the inning, and now here is Kiwi Nelson. Kiwi spells her name just like the fruit. Runs up as if to bunt, leaves in the catcher's glove, throw through to second base is not in time. So not being able to advance the runner via the bunt, she goes anyway and steals second base, does Johnson, and moves herself into scoring position. And now Kiwi Nelson with a chance to pick up an RBI here in the top of the first inning. Takes that pitch outside. Oop, they're going to call it a strike. Kind of a delayed call, but they'll call it a strike anyway. So Keller ready again and comes home with the next pitch to Johnson. And it is on the corner for a called strike. And it is now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3 runs in already here in the first inning for Bear Lake. Next pitch is swung on and missed. She kind of tried to run up toward the first base line and just kind of take a little swing at it, but she left it in the catcher's glove. That's the second out and the first strikeout for Kendall Keller. Now with 2 outs, here is Gracie Rigby. She is the shortstop. First pitch to Rigby rolled foul outside of first. Today's game is brought to you by West Motors in Preston and in Logan. If you're looking to get into a brand new car, whether it be Ford, Chrysler, Plymouth, Jeep, or even a Dodge truck, there's only one destination you need. It's West Motors in Preston and in Logan. Next pitch home to Rigby again. Kind of gets hung up in Keller's hand and goes high off the glove of the catcher Hobson into the backstop, and that's going to allow Abby Johnson now to move up to third base. That's the second wild pitch in the inning here against Keller. And there's a runner at third base, and now still 2 outs in the inning, and the next pitch is hit foul off the first base side. So the Bears have made pretty good use out of the bats here in the top of the first. They've scored 3 times on 4 hits and trying to add some more. And the next pitch home is looped foul over by the first base dugout, and we'll stay where we are. Keller with another ball. Back up into the circle, climbs up on the rubber, now comes home again. And the next pitch is hit foul off the mask of the catcher. As we stay again, and back to for third base will go Abby Johnson. So the wind, what wind there is, and moving the clouds in here toward the this part of the Cache Valley, blowing in from right field as the next pitch is high again. So Rigby up there, 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the first. And the 2-2 offering misses outside. Tried to run it away from her and missed with it. Now runs the count full, 3-2. So Keller with a full count here on Rigby, coming home with a 3-2 pitch, and that's hit foul back into the screen. Again, the outfield still pretty much straight away. Left fielder Despain playing a little bit shallow compared to the other two outfielders. As Keller ready again. Rocks in here once again, the 3-2 offering. It is low, ball 4, and the inning continues. So that's the first walk allowed by Keller here in the inning, and that brings up the number 8 hitter, Haley Wills, due up. Runners at the corner, so you got to figure that Rigby will be off and running here probably on the first pitch. As she does not run, the pitch is hit foul back into the screen, and it's 0-1. So the first 3 batters all reached on hits. They all worked their way around eventually to score. Also Johnson, who's still standing at third base, reached with a single as well. That's the 4 hits here in the inning. As the pitch is outside, there goes the runner. Will steal second base without a play. So 2 runners in scoring position now for the Bears. And again, the pitch is hit up the middle by the mound. That's going to get 1 run in. Takes a nice bounce for the center fielder, and the throw to the plate, she is out. As Griffith throws the runner out trying to come home, and Rigby is out 8-2. However, Bear Lake still gets 4 runs in the inning. 4 runs on 5 hits overall, and they leave 1 runner on base. As we're done with a half inning, we'll go to the bottom of the first. It's Bear Lake 4, and the Preston Lady Indians are coming to bat.
KACA.
It's the end of a long day and your feet are tired, or are you running behind schedule? But you need milk and eggs. You don't want to have to walk clear to the back of the store to get a gallon of milk and a dozen eggs. I suspect we all can relate to both of those stories. The great news is that this problem has been solved by Stokes Market in Preston with a recently installed new cold case right near the front door. If you just need a gallon of milk or some eggs, you can find them right inside the front door. Visit Stokes Market today in Preston.
The KACH Cash Magnet Contest is here, and you can win money just by listening to your radio. Simply pick up one of the cash magnets available many places around town and be listening after 7 o'clock each weekday morning, as I will call out a 4-digit number. If your magnet has that 4-digit number, you'll have 1 minute and 5 seconds to call the radio station, and you could win the cash jackpot of the day. If no one wins, the cash prize will go up $5 a day. Find a cash magnet, be listening weekday mornings, and get ready to win with FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH.
Well, we move to the bottom of the first inning here today as the Bear Lake Bears jumped out in a hurry here today against Preston pitching as they come up with 4 runs on 5 hits in the first inning. And now here comes the Lady Indians up for their first at-bats here as they had a couple of good games the other day against in Burley, as originally they lost the first game. They came back to win the nightcap, but they had a lead late in that first game. They led 7-6 and ended up losing by a final score of 10-7 in the first game of the doubleheader as a pitch to Vanessa Griffith over for a strike to start out here in the bottom of inning number 1. Comes the 0-1 pitch on the way from Humphries, and that's high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. And how many times have you heard it? And I don't believe in it, but you've heard it all the time. As a pitch swung on and missed. How many times does a fielder make a good fielding play and then come up and lead off the next inning? Purely coincidence. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Chased a pitch up in the strike zone as Griffith goes down on strikes. That's the first out here in the bottom of inning number 1. So with 1 out, here is Rory Hanson. Hanson, the third baseman. as Humphries digs into the mitt and comes home, a little off-speed pitch up in the zone, but Hanson couldn't lay off of it. And it's no balls and 1 strike. Humphries ready again. And the next pitch, again, a little off-speed pitch, is hit foul. That goes over the screen, back up into the customers. So Humphries with a new ball. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch home. That's going to be lined at the shortstop. Rigby took a couple of steps up, able to make the play, and quickly 2 outs against Preston here in the bottom of the first. So with 2 outs, here's J.C. Larson. She's the right fielder today. Larson climbs in, she'll hit from the right side. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom first inning. As the first pitch over for a strike to J.C. Humphries ready again, and now here's the 0-1 pitch. That's hit in the air right toward the second baseman. She has that on the line as well, and Preston goes out 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. We're done with an inning. We'll go to the second. After 1, it is Bear Lake 4, Preston nothing.
KACA.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search KASASA.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the
KACH.
Well, we'll go here to the bottom. Check that. We'll start inning number 2 as Bear Lake got 4 runs in the first inning against Preston. They lead 4-0. Dan Hubbard here at the ballpark. John Beverly in the studio this afternoon, and glad to have you with us as well here as Preston trails after 1 inning here this afternoon. Bear Lake sent 4 players to the plate in the first inning, so they'll start with the number 9 hitter, Shaylee Wollstein-Holine, and then back to the top of the order in Hannah DeClerc and Shaney Peterson, all due up again here in the second inning. So Keller touched up for 5 hits and 4 runs in the first inning, as the first pitch is inside to Wollstein-Holine, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Wollstein-Holine is the second baseman here today for Bear Lake. Ready again. The next pitch home swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. The two teams almost uniform-wise, almost identical today. Preston, black pants, black shirts with blue and white trim on their jerseys. A pitch popped up behind home plate, and it's going to come just over the screen into the front row of the stands. Scatters a few of the people right behind home plate as well, and it's now 1-2. Bear Lake wearing black pants, black jerseys, the body of the jerseys, but sleeves and epaulets in blue with white trim. So almost dressed identically here today, so you really have to make sure you identify who's who, as that pitch just missed inside. Oh, they're going to call her out anyway. Boy, talking about a delayed strike call as Wollstein-Holine goes down on strikes. That's the first out. Now back up to the top of the order. Second strikeout for Keller here today. And now here is Abby DeClerc, who had a bunt single to lead off in the top of the first inning here today. Swings through it, and it's 0-1. DeClerc singled, stole second, eventually came home later on the single by the pitcher Haley Humphries. The 0-1 swung on and missed, chased that pitch up in her eyes and couldn't lay off. And now, after she swings and misses on 2 pitches, she jumps across, now wants to hit left-handed. The 0-2 runs up as if to bunt, hits it on one hop back to the mound, and then it's thrown away as Keller threw it wide to first base. And they're going to say the ball went out of play, so they're going to give her second base. And DeClerc will be safe there on the throwing error against the pitcher Keller. So 1 out and a runner at second. Now here is Shaney Peterson, the third baseman, who, like DeClerc before her, had a bunt single in the first inning. Runs up as if to bunt, leaves it in the catcher's glove, and it's going to say it's outside, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. So DeClerc at second base. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Again, runs up as if to bunt, but takes it as the pitch was high, and it's 2-0. Other games involving some of the other local teams today. Let's try to keep you caught up with the NCAA tournament today as well. We told you that Utah State lost as that pitch swung on a miss, and it's 2-1. Jerome is playing at New Plymouth today, while the girls from Blackfoot are making a trip down to Milford, Utah to play down there. In fact, they're playing in St. George. Again, the bunt out in front of home plate. Keller's got this one, throws to first, and again, it's not going to be in time. So Peterson beats out her second bunt single of the game. And DeClerc moves over to third. And now here is Haley Humphries, who had an RBI single her first time up, and she rolled the ball into right center field. Runners at the corners and 1 out. The pitch home from Keller, over for a strike. They snap the throw out to the shortstop again with the runner Peterson moving up, and she'll steal her second base of the day as she goes to second base. So Humphries and Keller going at it again, and the next pitch is hit foul back into the screen. One ball and 1 strike to count on Haley Humphries, the pitcher this afternoon for the Bears. Keller ready again. Climbs back into the circle, comes home. Here's the 1-1. Misses down and in, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Malad is taking on Shelley today. That game in Shelley, while Pocatello is on the road. They're going to Twin Falls today to take on the Bruins. Ground ball wide of third. Played there by the shortstop. Winds up, throws, and makes a nice play over at first base. That's the second out. So Humphries grounds out. Neither runner able to advance. And with 2 outs, here's Alexis Combs, who grounded out her first time up. So here is Combs looking down to the third base coach. Third base coach just kind of points out toward left center field and says, hit it. As the first pitch popped up right around second base. It is the second baseman, that is Parker, able to glove it, and the inning is over as Combs pops up, and she's 0 for 2 here on the day. But the Bear Lake Bears are held off the scoreboard. No runs, a hit, an error, and a couple of players left here in the top of inning number 2. As we'll go to the middle of the second, it's still Bear Lake 4, Preston nothing.
KACA.
Having your prescriptions refilled has never been easier. You can refill 24/7, set reminders, save medications, and access your account from the new My Community Pharmacy mobile app offered by Preston Drug. It's simple to use and it's simple to get. Log on to PrestonDrug.com and enter your mobile number. We'll send you the app. It's as simple as that. There are some things in life that have been made easier through technology. This is one of them. The app offered by Preston Drug is a quick and easy way to refill medications and promote a healthy lifestyle. Visit PrestonDrug.com.
There's a special bond between people and their pets. One that's built during playtime, chore time, cuddle time, and of course, lots of meal times. That's why IFA Country Stores carries all the best food for all kinds of pets, whether they're a part of your lifestyle, a part of your livelihood, or a part of your family. IFA Country Stores, helping to grow the things you love.
KACH.
Go to the bottom of the third, or check bottom of the second, still 4-0. The Bears leading the Lady Indians here this afternoon. And it will be the middle of the order due up here for the Indians as they were set down in order in the first inning. So it'll be Megan Johnson, Charlie Bear, and Kendall Keller due up here in the bottom of the second inning for the Indians. So here is Megan Johnson. She is the shortstop today and leading off here in the second inning for Preston. And Johnson hits the first pitch foul. It goes back into the screen, and it's 0-1. For Preston, who went out in order in the first inning today, it's not something they do a whole lot of. They usually are pretty good offensively at getting people on base. As that pitch is up high. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the next pitch home. Hit in the air along the left field side. It is DeClerc coming over toward the corner, but it's going to be foul. Had plenty of distance, but Johnson hit it foul down the line. Now she'll come back and head back up to the plate again. So Johnson ready again. The pitch home from Humphries. That's pulled just outside of third and down the line. Little off-speed pitch, and Johnson got out just a hair in front of it and pulled it just a little bit foul. Waiting for the ball to come back in from the outfield. Interesting thing about softball is when the balls are hit out of play, if the kids don't get them back in a hurry, we could run out of them fairly quickly. And again, the pitch home to Johnson takes it up high. So 2-2 to Megan as Haley Humphries in the circle today for the Bear Lake Bears. 2-2 pitch. Jammed her. She fought it off and hit it foul back into the screen. Stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes as Johnson back up into the box again. Next pitch home. Hit in the air just to be beyond the second baseman, but she's able to back up. That's Woolston's Huline as she's able to make the play there. And that's 4 in a row retired by Haley Humphries to lead off the ball game. So with 1 out, here's Charlie Bear due up for Preston. Bear, who started a game here against Hillcrest a week ago, gets that ball on the ground right to Woolston Huline again, able to flip it across in time, and that's the second out. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up the pitcher for the Preston Indians today, Kendall Keller, coming back up to the plate. Humphries has retired the first 5 batters that she has seen here today. Very effective in the circle here so far today. As the first pitch to Keller's over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Humphries ready again. The next pitch is going to be looped over the head of the shortstop into short left field as Keller got it over Rigby's head. And that's the first hit and the first base runner today for the Indians. It comes with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. And bring up the left fielder, Drew Despain. Despain, also a member of the Preston Lady Indian volleyball team, bunts it foul up along the third base side, and it's 0-1, and everybody will come back. Today's game brought to you by ChemDry of Northern Utah, introducing Micro Pro Shield disinfecting plus antimicrobial protection, which works for up to 90 days. For safer homes and businesses and greater peace of mind, if you live in Cache or Box Elder County, call today at 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern Utah. Despain bunts again and again, bunts it foul, and it's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Runner over at first for the Indians is Kendall Keller, there with a 2-out single. And the next pitch misses inside, and it's 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes. Humphries digs in, gets the grip, comes home again, the 1-2 pitch. Again, looped in the infield as the shortstop now will make the play, and everyone's going to be safe. Rigby tried to come up and catch that little looper in the infield near second base, wasn't able to. And by the time the second baseman picked it up, Keller was safe at second base. So everybody's safe, and now here is Shandy Parker due up here for the Indians with 2 outs and 2 on. As that first pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. One ball and 2 strikes, or 0-1 I should say. The pitch hit foul at home plate, now it's 0-2. Just nice to be out at the ballpark after everything we've gone through for the last year. We talked about before as that ball's looped into left field. That's going to be in for a hit. They're going to send Keller to the plate. She will score. Sliding in safely at third is Despain. Going to second on the throw home is Parker as Preston gets on the board, and it's 4-1 on the RBI's hit by Shandy Parker. So Preston able to put 3 hits together after 2 are out here in the bottom of the second inning. And now the number 9 hitter is Chloe Hobson to come up with a couple of runners in scoring position and 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning, and takes that first pitch over for a strike. They throw back down to third base, and the throw was in foul territory, and Peterson not able to glove it cleanly, which allowed Drew Despain to dive back in safely. Ready again. Here's the next pitch. Misses down low. Good scramble there by the Bear Lake catcher to keep that ball in front of her and keep her from going behind her into the backstop. Next pitch swung on and missed. Despain's at third, Parker at second. Hobson at the plate with a 1-2 count against her. And the next pitch is high again. They throw down to third base, and again, not in time. So 2-2. Again, Hobson trying to help out her pitcher. Swings and misses and strikes out, but not before Preston gets a run on a total of 3 hits in the inning. They leave 2 men on base as well, and we are done with 2 innings here this afternoon. After 2, it's Bear Lake 4, Preston 1, as we'll go to inning number 3.
KACA.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Pain-free and feeling great without the expense and side effects of medications. It is not only possible, but a reality at Fellows Chiropractic. Now with 4 massage therapists and chiropractic available to help you with your relief from chronic pain. Give Dr. Fellows' office a call at 208-852-2240 to schedule your massage therapy or chiropractic session today. That number again is 208-852-2240.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, we go to the third inning here today with Bear Lake on top by a score of 4-1. And here for the Bears as we go to work here in the top of inning number 3. It'll be the designated hitter Abby Johnson, followed by Kiwi Nelson, and then Gracie Rigby, the shortstop, due up here in the top of inning number 3. Major League Baseball released some numbers today. They've been testing players each week since spring training began. And according to the numbers that were released today by the Major League office in New York, that one player had tested positive during the past week. As the pitch is up high, ball 1 ball with no strikes. Of course, that's been the big scare so far, that because Major League Baseball is not going through a bubble-like situation like they did last year, and ballparks opening up to fans this year. A little ground ball to third, played there by Hanson. Bad throw, it's over the head of the first baseman, and heading down to second base and making it there safely on the air is Abby Johnson. Second error against the Indians. And now here is Kiwi Nelson, who will hit from the left side, the center fielder for Bear Lake. So that seemed to be the big disaster waiting to happen, according to Major League Baseball, is that they would have to shut down the season because they're not operating in a bubble like they did last year as the first pitch missed outside. So with the one positive test they've had turned in this week, as again the pitch rolled foul at home plate. That means that there now has been a total of 13 positive tests since spring training opened back, February 15th, 16th when pitchers reported, as the pitch swung on and missed. And it's 1-2. So of those 13 positive tests, 3 were players, 10 were players, and 3 were staff. But there's been some over 58,000 tests now administered of players, coaches, and staff since spring training began, as the 1-2 pitch again hit foul, and it stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. But have you seen the prices they want for some of these opening day tickets? My goodness. The 1-2 hit foul again back into the screen. Opening day at Dodger Stadium. If you want to go to a game there, $7,800 for a ticket. That's 20% capacity at Dodger Stadium. 1-2 pitch, misses down and away. It's 2-2. $7,800 would buy me a lot of cable TV. Of course, the problem the Dodgers have is they may want $7,800 for a ticket, but they have the worst cable deal in the league as the pitch is swung on and missed. Nelson strikes out. That's the first out here in the third inning.
Los Angeles is the second biggest media market in the country. Do you realize that half the people in LA, in the LA market, can't see Dodger home games on television? Here's Gracie Rigby, and she hits the ball foul at home plate, and it's 0-1. Yeah, the Dodgers entered into a local cable cast contract with a cable provider. The pitch over for a strike. It's 1-1. Who 3, 4, 5 years ago really overestimated their market and what their penetration would be in the market. And their penetration, even though they've been buying up other cable systems, their penetration is only about 30% of the LA market. Ground ball to second. That is where Parker hangs out. She's up with it and throws it across in time for the out as the runner moves up to third, but there's now 2 outs in the inning. So with 2 outs and a runner at third, here's Haley Wills, the right fielder, trying to pick up the runner. Bear Lake leads 4-1. They're trying to pick up some more here in the top of inning number 3. First pitch hit in the air to left. Despain comes up and now has to go back, and it's over her head, and it's going to get the run in. Down to second goes Will. She's going to keep going to third. The throw is going to be late. She has a triple. She picks up the run, and it makes it 5-1. And that'll bring up Shaylee Wollston-Huline, the second baseman, with 2 outs and runner at third base still here for Bear Lake. Keller ready, comes home with the first pitch that is inside, ball 1-0. So that error that led off the inning is cashed in by Bear Lake. They turn it into a run. Next pitch misses down low. Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. But at least it would appear that Major League Baseball, at least at the beginning of the season, is not going to have the big COVID-19 crisis they were hoping for. The pitch is swung on and missed. It's 2 balls and a strike. So 2-1. Runner at third here in the top of the third. As the little let-up pitch misses down low, and it goes to 3 balls and a strike. Two outs here in the top of the third inning. Keller ready again, comes home, and the next pitch is up high, runs the count. Oh, that's ball 4, my bad. So Wollston-Huline will walk. That's the second walk given up by Keller, and now goes back to the top of the order, and Hannah DeClerc. And DeClerc really kind of showed her hand last time she was up. When she bats and from the left side, she has one thing on her mind, that's bunt. As she pulls the bat back, she takes a strike, but running on the pitch was Wollston-Huline, who will move up to second base on the stolen base. That puts runners at first, or check that, at second and third, I should say. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Runs up and doesn't offer at it. It's off the glove of the catcher, Hobson. But no advancement by either of the runners, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike. A lot of folks have made it out to the field here today. A little ground ball past the mound, picked up there. The throw to first is going to be in time for the out, and Preston escapes without any further damage as DeClerc grounds out 6-3 to end the inning. But Bear Lake adds a run on 1 hit. There was an error, and they leave 2 on base as well. As we'll go to the middle of the third. It's now 5-1 Bear Lake, and we'll be right back right after this.
KACA.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information. 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-1837.
The Limbic Arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the Limbic Arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any
KACH.
Well, Preston finds themselves trailing now as it's as Bear Lake added another run in the top of the third inning. So 5-1 as we go bottom 3. And here in the bottom of the third inning, Preston will start from the top of the order. Vanessa Griffith, Roxy Hanson, and J.C. Larson due up here for Preston. Haley Humphries stays out there on the mound in the circle as the Griffith comes to step in. She struck out her first time up here this afternoon. As the right-hander Humphrey ready, he comes home and the first pitch is over for a strike and it's 0-1. Humphrey has pretty good movement on the ball. Able to throw things that tail away from the right-handed hitters. As the next pitch, she chases a pitch up in the zone again, does Griffith, and it's 0-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. A little off-speed let-up pitch, misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Of course, with the NCAA tournament getting started today, there's still plenty of baseball going on as well down in both in Florida and in Arizona. As pitch hit foul over the screen. That'll be back here amongst the folks watching the game. And it stays at 1-2. The Angels, the big brothers to the Salt Lake Bees, they're playing today in Surprise, Arizona against the Kansas City Royals. That ball's hit down the line in left field, and it is gone. Vanessa Griffith got the pitch up and rode it out of here as she hit it down the line, and it's a solo home run that makes it 5-2. So Griffith hits it out. In that game that Preston played here against Hillcrest in the opener, they got a 2-run home run from Megan Johnson that day. So here's Rory Hanson. That'll shock everybody back into life as that ball's popped up. First base side is going to land untouched. And it's 0-1. So Hanson, who lined out her first time up. So the Angels taking on the Royals today, and they lead 4-3 as they play in the top of the 7th inning in Surprise. As that pitch misses up high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Of course, when you start thinking about the Angels, you immediately have to look and see what Mike Trout did today. And when the Angels making that trip over there, usually what happens is a lot of the stars stay back and they don't make the trip. Pitch it foul, and it's 1-2. And that was pretty much the case today as Trout did not make the trip from Tempe over to Sunrise to play in the game. The one guy who's still surprises me that he's a member of the Royals is who's done everything for Kansas City. Ground ball wide to third, picked up by Peterson, throw across in time for the out. Nice play by Peterson over at third to record the out at first base. And with 1 out, that brings up J.C. Larson. So the one player of the Royals who I'm surprised is still there, they haven't dealt him yet, is Whit Merrifield. Good hitter, steals bases, very versatile player, can play 3 different infield positions, also can play all 3 outfield spots. As the pitch is up high at home plate. Well, he's still there. He's probably the one guy that everybody thought, oh, you got to trade this guy in a rebuilding situation, but they haven't dealt him as the pitch is swung on and missed. Ball and a strike. Well, Merrifield went 0 for 3 today against Angel pitching. As that pitch swung on and missed, and it's now 1-2. But early on, they made the decision that we're going to rebuild, the Royals did, but we're going to rebuild around Merrifield. And that's what they've done. As a pitch up high, ball 2. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chicago Cubs in action today down in Arizona. They play in the bottom of the 5th inning against the A's, where the Cubbies have a 6-1 lead as a pitch in the dirt. And it goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes now against J.C. Larson, the right fielder. Next pitch is inside. And say that not ball 4? Yes, it is. As Larson very reluctantly throws the bat away and now will jog down to first base. That is the first walk given up here by Haley Humphries on the day. Runner at first base. 1 out. Now here's Johnson. Bunt up along the third base line. Good bunt. Peterson fields, throws, not in time. So Johnson with the bunt single puts runners at first and second for the Indians. And Charlie Bear will now come up representing. I take it back. There will be one more runner on base first before we bring the tying run to the plate. So the tying run is standing on deck as Preston needs to get one more potential base runner on base. As the first pitch to Bear misses outside, ball 1. Bear grounded out her first time up, hit the ball to second base, and she's 0 for 1. Next pitch rolled foul again. Outside of third and down the line. And everybody will go back and we'll do it all again. So Humphries back into the circle, toes the rubber. Here she comes. The pitch home to Bear. Off speed is high. Or did he call it a strike? Yes, he did call it a strike. He waits so long, our home plate umpire, to make an indication. You have to almost try to really wait him out. So the pitch was a strike. It's 1-2, and the next pitch is high, and it's 2-2. Dodgers playing host to the Texas Rangers today in Glendale, Arizona. Dodgers have pounded out 11 hits against Rangers pitching and lead that game 6-0 as a pitch hit foul back into the screen. So ready again, runners at first and second for the Indians, and the next pitch home. Again, hit foul. So Bear just did get enough of that to spin it over the top of the catcher's glove and able to stay alive. Diamondbacks ahead of the Brewers today, 3-2 as they play over in Maryvale, just outside of the Phoenix area. The next pitch is looped into left center field. That's going to be in for a hit. Coming to third is Larson. They're going to wave her around. She'll come in to score. Going to third, and she is out there. That is Johnson trying to go from first to third, and she's thrown out. But that's only the second out of the inning as Bear picks up the single with the RBI, and she stayed over at first base. So Johnson was out 8-5 for the second out of the inning as Larson came home to score to make it 5-2. And now here's the pitcher, Kendall Keller, who had an RBI single her first time up here today. Pitch to Kendall, misses down. Oh, they're going to call it a strike, 0-1. Oh, and 1 the count on Kendall Keller. Bear over at first after the RBI hit. Ground ball to short. Cut off by the third baseman. Peterson goes across in time, and that's the way the inning comes to an end. So Keller grounds out, but not before Preston adds a run on the solo home run by Vanessa Griffith to lead off the inning. Total of 3 hits in the inning for Preston, and they leave 1 on base as we're done with 3 innings here today as Bear Lake leads 5-2. And we'll be right back as we go to the 4th coming up right after this.
KACH.
Sushi. A word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
Rounds & Associates Insurance Service is an independent insurance agency with Allstate, Travelers, auto owners, Safeco, Progressive, and Nationwide, just to name a few. Stop by the office for your competitive quote today. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call 208-852-2500. Rounds & Associates Insurance, supporting both the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians on to victory. You've got this. Don't weaken. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call today, 208-852-2500.
KACH. KACH.
5-2 Bear Lake as we go to the 4th. This inning brought to you by Webb Funeral Home in Preston. Remember, their compassionate staff will help you in your time of need. Call 852-0533. That's 852-0533 for Webb Funeral Home. As we go here to the top of the 4th. 5-2, Bear Lake on top. And it'll be Peterson, Humphries, and Combs. And the first pitch popped up. Right there is the second baseman, Parker, to make the play. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. And now here's the Bear Lake pitcher, Haley Humphries, who singled, drove in a run, and grounded out. She's 1 for 2. See if we finish up talking about this. Made the spring training scoreboard as again the pitch hit foul off the first base side, or landed over by the first base dugout untouched. Rockies at home today at Salt River Fields in Scottsdale as they lead the Cleveland Indians 4-3. Finals from over in Florida. The Red Sox got 11 runs. They beat the Rays today 11-7. The 0-1. Ground ball toward third, under the glove. It's backed up by Johnson, and the throw is going to be too late over at first base. Once the ball got by the third baseman, Hanson, Johnson had very little chance. And though she tried to make the play across, it was late. And that's a hit for the Bears. That's their 8th hit of the game with 1 out runner at first base. So here's Alexis Combs, the first baseman. Blue Jays beat the Tigers. They pounded out 11 hits in the 8-1 win against the Cats. Runner goes, pitch in the dirt. Nice save by Hobson, but she has no play. Tried to throw out Humphries when she was running to second base. Keller back up in the circle again, comes home. The next pitch is over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Mets beat the Cardinals today, 8-5. A lot of people like what the Mets are doing. They've gone through and they've made changes. And a lot of people like the Mets to finish well in the National League East this year. As the pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 1-2 on Combs. Orioles and the Pirates playing a night game tonight in Florida. They're just underway. Top of the first, no score. Hit in the air toward left field. That's hit deep. That's going to one-hop the fence. Coming around third is Humphries. It's an RBI double for Combs, and it's 6-2. So Combs gets the run back as she doubles off the fence in left center field. That's her first hit of the game. And now here's Abby Johnson, who has singled, reached on an error, and scored twice. As she lines the ball in the left field, that's going to be a base hit. And that's going to split the outfield, and that's going to roll to the wall. That's going to get another run home as back-to-back doubles by the Bears. As Combs comes in, Johnson pulls into second base safely. 2 runs home here in the inning, and it's 7-2. 3 straight hits for the Bears. And now we have a little meeting at the mound here for the Lady Indians. And as they do, gives us a chance to remind you that this game is brought to you by Naylor Insurance. For home, health, life, and auto through the folks at Mutual of Enumclaw, it's Naylor Insurance who you need to make contact with at 153 North State Street here in Preston, or call them at 852-0810. That's 852-0810 for Naylor Insurance. So Keller got the first out of the inning, and then Bear Lake has put together 3 straight hits, a single and a pair of doubles, and produced a couple of runs. As the first pitch foul back into the screen. Ready again. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Hit foul off the first base side this time, and it's now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes on Kiwi Nelson. Actually, I don't think this is Nelson. I think this is somebody else batting for her. Now she climbs up. See if we can catch a number here. As that pitch is high, goes to the backstop. This would be Kelsey Skinner hitting for Nelson. So Nelson, who struck out twice, and Skinner up there, and she hits that pitch foul. And she's barely hanging alive here at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ten hits in the game for Bear Lake here as we play with 1 out in the top of the 4th. They've also plated 7 runs. Pitch popped up right back here toward us and out of play. Stays at 1-2. Astros and the Nationals also playing a night game in Florida. That game also just underway, scoreless. And some other games still yet to come as well. Ground ball toward the shortstop. Johnson's going to go to first and makes the play there as another run comes in. So Skinner grounds out 6-3 for the second out of the inning. But it will pick up a run as Johnson comes in from third base. That's 3 runs home here in the inning for Bear Lake. Makes it 8-2. So 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch hit on the ground. That's by Rigby. Hits it to Johnson. She goes across, and the inning is over. But not before Bear Lake adds 3 runs on 3 hits in the inning. No errors and nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's now 8-2. The Bear Lake leading, and we'll be right back as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning.
KACA.
We've all heard it said, if you aren't first, you're last. So why not start out first with the #1 brand for driver appeal and initial quality for mass market brands when you celebrate Dodge Performance Days at West Motor Company in Preston and Logan. Celebrate with 0% financing for 72 months or other cash discount offers on select models. Rules apply. So we ask, are you going to be first or last? Choose to be first with Dodge Performance Days at West Motor Company in Preston and Logan. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
WestMotorCompany.com.
K-A-C-H. K-A-C-H.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
K-A-C-H. K-A-C-H.
Well, as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning, 8 runs on 10 hits today so far for Bear Lake. For the Indians, they have 2 runs, as they both came last inning on a total of 6 hits in the game. And the Indians have also left 4 on base here this afternoon as well. So here in the bottom of the fourth inning, it'll be the bottom third of the order for the Lady Indians. Despain, Parker, and Hobson due up. As Humphries still out there going to work here in the fourth, and the first pitch misses high and away, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Despain singled in her only at-bat so far today, so she's 1 for 1. Takes that pitch inside. Nope, called it a strike on the inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Outfield straight away here against Despain. She takes that pitch high, 2-1. The center fielder, who is now DeClerc playing in center field now for the Bears, is playing very deep. Ball popped up behind home plate, and again, we'll find the customers right behind home plate, and it stays at a ball and 2 strikes. We'll remind you that coming up again on Tuesday, the Bear Lake, their boys baseball team, will be here playing a doubleheader against the Preston Indians. First pitch for that is scheduled at 3 p.m., and we'll have both those games for you here on KACH and on mylocalradio.com coming up on Tuesday. Ground ball foul outside of third. As Despain now, I believe it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. As again, we have to wait for balls to come back in. And ready again. 2-2 the count on Drew Despain to lead off here in the bottom of the fourth inning. As the pitch home is pulled. 1 hop at the third baseman, Peterson. Plays that right at the belt buckle and throws it across. Heck of a play by Peterson over at third. Yeah, she's got good hands over there. We've seen her make several good plays so far. With 1 out, that brings up Shaylee Parker. Parker also singled so far, in her only at-bat here this afternoon. As first pitch is swung on and missed by Parker. So 0-1 the count. Humphries ready again, comes home. Off speed, swung on and missed. Again, the wind's starting to pick up just a little bit more. As you can see some of the dark clouds now starting to move into the valley area, especially over the mountains. The pitch misses outside. It's 1-2. As they're making their way north up the valley from over by the Wellvilles. As the ball's lined foul down the right field line, it stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Time called as we wait for Combs, the first baseman, to come back into the field after chasing down that foul ball. And again, the pitch home. Rolled foul off the hands, cut off by the third baseman, Peterson. Throws, she pulled Combs off the bag. Combs reached out to get it, and the process came off the bag. That'll be an error. That's a first error today against Bear Lake. That's kind of a tough error. That should have been an out at first base, but Combs came off the bag trying to stretch to get to the ball. So that'll bring up Chloe Hobson. And Hobson is the catcher today. She first ball swing, rolls it foul up along third. Everybody will come back, and we'll do it all again. So no balls and one strike. One out, one on. Here in the bottom of the fourth, Preston trailing in the game. Bunted up along third. Peterson down to get it. Throws on a bounce. Combs can't pick it up. And that's going to allow the runner to move over to the third base as Peterson ends up all the way over at third. Give Hobson a hit as the play over at first base had very little chance anyway of making the play. So runners at the corners, one out, and back to the top of the order. Here's Vanessa Griffith, who hit the big home run her last time up. As runners go, they throw down to third base, not in time. As Hobson will move up on the stolen base as they threw behind the runner over at third, Parker, who kind of nonchalanted it back into the bag and just barely got back in time. Next pitch to Griffith, that's rolled foul outside of third. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Parker at third, Hobson at second. 1 out here in the fourth. Humphries' next pitch home. That's pulled. Backhanded by Peterson. She's going to go to first and get the out there, but it's going to allow the run to come in. But a heck of a play by Peterson. She kept the ball from going down the line and would have scored multiple runs. But Peterson makes a heck of a play to get the second out of the inning. But Griffith picks up her second RBI of the game. And with 2 outs, Preston has a runner at third, and Roxy Hanson trying to pick her up as the pitch is hit foul outside of first and down the line. Hanson's lined out, grounded out. Guess who? Peterson. Ground ball up the middle, base hit into center field. That'll get the run home. So Hanson has her first hit of the game, picks up the run. 2 runs home here in the inning for the Indians. So an RBI single for Hanson, her first RBI of the day. And now here's J.C. Larson, who walked and scored her last time up. As the runner goes through to second base, but there's nobody covering the bag. As the catcher, Pierce, just kind of threw her arms up in anger that nobody was there. She felt like she could gun that runner down, but then she realized, whoops, there's nobody there. I better not throw it. Next pitch home to Larson. It foul back into the screen. So 0-2 the count on Larson. 2 runs home here in the inning for the Indians on a pair of hits and an error. And the runner's still out there at second base. Next pitch off speed, stays a bit high, and it's 1-2. So 7-5. Preston just kind of hanging around, trying to get close, keep close. As the pitch is up high, ball 2, 2-2. Next pitch home. Hit down the right field line. It's going to be in and get the run home. As here comes to the plate, here comes Hanson. Going into second base is Larson. She has her first RBI of the day, and Preston's back to within a run as they plate 3 runs here in the inning. It's 7-6. And with a tying run at second base, here is Megan Johnson, who comes up representing the go-ahead run for the Indians. And the pitch home is up high, but they call it a strike, and it's 0-1. So 3 runs in the inning, 3 hits, and what now proves to be a big error for the Bears, as that pitch is up and in this time, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Johnson, who had the 2-run home run here against Hillcrest, certainly with enough power to take one out if she gets a good pitch, and swings and hits it foul back into the screen. So it's 2-2. And the next pitch home is down low in the dirt. There goes the runner for third. She'll make it there safely. And then the ball gets away, rolls into left. DeClerc picks it up, and the throw to the plate is going to be late. So Larson able to scamper home as the Bears play a little fast and loose with the baseball. Second error of the inning against the Bears. And Preston has 4 runs home in the inning. And now they're going to get together out on the mound to figure out what they need to do defensively. Are the Bears, as today's game is brought to you by Stokes Market True Value. From produce to hand tools, fresh meats to smokers, plus fresh bakery, deli items, and now fresh sushi made daily as well. It's Stokes Market True Value, 217 South State Street, here in Preston. As the meeting out there at the circle continues, as trying to get the infield to start playing a little bit tougher defense, as it looks like a little coffee clutch about ready to break up, as the coach will make her way back to the dugout for Bear Lake. In fact, not only just the infield, but also the outfield comes all the way into the mound. Rather unusual, but they get all 9 players out there at the mound for a little pep talk. So here's Johnson back up there, as the next pitch is swung on and missed. Good fastball, and Johnson is out on strikes, and the inning is over, but not before Preston plates 4 runs in the inning. 4 runs on 3 hits, a pair of errors, and they leave nobody on base. So Preston, with a big inning, able to get back into the game, as it's now 8-7. Bear Lake leads after 4. We'll go the 5th inning with Preston still trailing by a run, and we'll be right back.
KACA.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, Preston back to within a run, and they'll go to the bullpen here as they're going to bring in a new pitcher to come in here to pitch here, as Charlie Bear will now come in, as Bear and Keller will flip spots defensively as Bear comes into the mound and Keller goes over to play at first base. So Keller goes 4 innings today, and she gives up a total of 8 runs on 10 hits today. walked 2, struck out 2, and uncorked a couple of wild pitches in the game here as well. So Bear now on the mound as we go to the 5th. And Preston trails, and here in the 5th inning, it'll be the bottom 2 hitters in the order here for Bear Lake to lead off. That's Haley Wills, Shaylee Wollston-Huline, and then back to the top of the order, and Hannah DeClerc due up here for the Bears. So here's Willis, singled, doubled, drove in a run. And Bear ready, comes home, and the first pitch hits her. So your team gets you close, and you come in to relieve, become the new pitcher, and the first pitch you throw hits a batter. Not the way you wanted to start. So she puts the leadoff runner on via the hit batter, and that will bring up Wollston-Huline. Takes that first pitch high. The runner Willis bluffs over at first base like she was going to run and heads back to the bag on the pitch that was high, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Wollston-Huline has taken a called third strike, and she's also walked and stole a base. The 1-0. Over for a little bit low, and they throw the ball down to first base, not in time. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. So 2-0 as Bear climbs back up on top, and here she comes again with the next pitch. This is inside and low again, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. (8-7), Bear Lake on top. As Bear ready again, comes home, the 3-0 pitch as she shows bunt, as the pitch is over for a strike, and it's 3-1 as Willis steals second base on the 3-0 pitch. 3 balls and a strike. Home plate umpire started to put up 2 fingers and then corrected himself as the pitch hit foul, and it'll run the count full now, 3-2. Today's game brought to you by Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. Whatever you need for your car, if it's making a ping, a bang, or a tick, Preston Auto Parts is the only stop that you need to make. Stop by where you'll be treated like a friend. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, 17 South State Street, here in Preston. Here's Wollston-Huline. The 3-2 pitch is hit in the air over the shortstop's head into left field for a hit. Moving up to third base is the runner Willis. Then Bear Lake will have runners at the corners and nobody out as they go back to the top of the order here in the top of the 5th inning. So here's Hannah DeClerc. Singled, reached on an error, stole a base, and scored a run so far. And up there, here a big opportunity now in a close game, a 1-run game. Chance to give her team more runs. Again, she's hitting from the left side, so watch the bunt as the pitch is outside, and moving down to second base is Wollston-Huline. So runners at second and third, and again, the running chop swing is hit foul. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Yes, it is. Thank you, Mr. Umpire, for confirming that. And the 1-1. Again, misses outside, goes to the backstop, but no advancement as Hobson pounces on it quickly. And back to third base goes Willis. She had wandered down the line, but could not come in to score. Bear back up on top again. Roxy, here she comes. As the pitch is just high. Nope, they called her out. There's that delayed call by the home plate umpire again. As DeClerc took the pitch, it looked to be high, but she gets rung up for the called third strike. That's the first out here in the inning and just the third Bear batter to go out on strikes here today. So here is Shaney Peterson. She also tries to, that little run up a bunt attempt, but she does not offer at it and takes a pitch outside. Ball 1-0. Outfield straightaway against her, 1 out in the inning. Indians trying to cut down any potential runs at the plate. She does offer at that pitch, and it's called strike. Now they're going to say it was no balls and 2 strikes. So Peterson did offer at that first pitch. So now she's in behind in the count, 0-2. And the 0-2 by Bear. Off speed. Did she offer? No, says the base umpire, as on the appeal play. So it's still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bear ready again. The 1-2 rolled foul. As again she took that little hack at the ball as she tried to make her way up the first base line and left it by the feet of the catcher Hobson. Next pitch, chopped foul up along third, and this one too will go foul. So 1-2. 1 out here, top of the 5th. 8-7, Bear Lake leads. The next pitch, no, misses outside. It's 2-2. You know, tomorrow is a bit of an anniversary, as it was April the 20th, 1973. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It is, they're going to record the out at first base. Here's the play at the plate, and she is out. It's a double play by the Indians. So they get the out at first. Peterson went down looking on strikes. And then the return throw to the plate and gets Willis coming home as she is out 2-3-2. And the Indians turn a double play of sorts and get out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors in the inning, and 1 left. So it's still a 1-run game as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Preston trails 8-7. We'll be right back.
KACA.
Hi, everybody. It's Dan Hubbard for ChemDry of Northern Utah. Not too long ago, we found ourselves really needing to have our carpets cleaned. Dirt, stains, pet hair, and remnants of all those chemicals trying to melt snow from last winter had our carpets looking dull, dingy, and ugly. We called Teresa and Daryl at ChemDry of Northern Utah, and in a very short time, they had our carpets looking like new. Not only did they clean our carpets, but they got up all that leftover pet hair to the point where you couldn't tell that we had pets in the house at all. It was like we had brand new carpets all over again. So if you live anywhere in Cache County or in Box Elder County, call Teresa and Daryl at ChemDry of Northern Utah at 435-752-6100 and let them take care of your carpets. You won't be disappointed. We weren't. 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of North.
KACH.
So a good play by the Indians, the double play to get out of the inning. And they post a big 0, an important 0, as in the inning, a couple of strikeouts for Bear, recorded by for the defense, and for the Indians. Boy, they really wiggle out of a big jam and go here to the bottom of the 5th inning, trailing by just 1 run. It'll be Charlie Bear, the new pitcher, on to lead off the inning. Kendall Keller also due up, and Drew Despain will hit in this, the bottom of the 5th inning as well, in this 8-7 game as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Anyway, we were telling you that tomorrow is a little bit of an anniversary of sorts. It was April the 20th, 1973, and it happened in an exhibition game down in Puerto Rico. The New York Mets were playing an exhibition game down in Puerto Rico against the Pirates. As the pitch is rolled foul here by Charlie Bear, and it's 0-1. Mets manager Yogi Berra, who was taken ill before the game, and the Mets needed someone to be able to step in and manage the team. As we have a new pitcher out on the mound here for Bear Lake. And I believe, so we can figure out what that number is. As the pitch is in the dirt. Dark numbers on dark jerseys are not the broadcaster's best friend. Ball hit in the air to short center. There's DeClerc coming up, makes the catch for the out. Well, DeClerc makes the play in center field. That's one out here in the fifth. The new pitcher is Brooklyn Kelsing. So with one out, here's Kendall Keller, who moved from the mound to first base last half inning for the Indians and takes a pitch down low. Anyway, before the exhibition game down in Puerto Rico against the Pirates, Yogi Berra was taken ill, and the Mets needed someone to be able to step in and take over and run the ball club for at least for the day. Next pitch is high, and it's 2 balls and a strike. So in stepped to take over and run the team, Hall of Famer or future Hall of Famer Willie Mays to manage the Mets that day. As a pitch over for a strike, and it's 2-1. It turned out that would be the only game in his career that Mays would manage. As the pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. So that was on anniversary tomorrow in 1973. Here's the next pitch home. Hit in the air, left field, playable. Back on the ball goes the left fielder, and it's dropped. As not being able to make the play, they'll get it back in, and the tying run is at second base with one out for the Indians. And now they're going to say that the ball went out of play, went into the dugout, and they're going to give her third base. So Keller doubles, goes to third on the air of getting the ball back in. And now Preston, trailing 8-7, have the tying run at third base with one out. And now here's Drew Despain to try to pick her up. Pitch home is over for a strike, and it's 0-1. So Brooklyn Kelsing gives up the one-out double. But the outfield's playing very deep here. As that pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-2. And late in a game like this, if it was a baseball game, not a softball game, you would say that the defense is playing for no doubles, nothing hit over their head. But they're playing just way deep as the ball's hit along the left field line. It's going to drop foul. So Despain got under one and just dropped it foul. As she looks for her second hit of the game, and what could have tied the game as the tying run stands at third base. One out here in the bottom of the fifth. Kelsing ready, and the next pitch home. Off speed is up high. As Despain able to take that pitch, and it's 1-2. Shandy Parker waits on deck. And the pitch home bounces up there, goes to the backstop. Keller thought about it and then thought better of it. After she took a couple of steps down the line, she said, nope, you know what, I'm going to go back here and just stand here on the bag here and wait for somebody to pick me up. Not get thrown out, potential tying run coming to the plate. So the ball makes the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch home to Spain, takes that pitch down and in, runs the count full 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch on the way. It's lined at Peterson. She gloves it and tags out Keller to end the inning. So Peterson keeps the ball from going to left field and then turns it into a double play when she tags Keller out, who had wandered too far off the bag. So unlucky are the Indians. No runs in the inning. A hit and nobody left. We'll go to the 6th after 5. It's 8-7 Bear Lake. We'll be right back.
KACA.
Sushi. A word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb.
KACH. KACH.
Welcome back, as it was Shaney Peterson, the third baseman, who turned an incredible play into a double play and kept Preston off the board in the bottom of the 5th inning and kept the 1-run lead for Bear Lake as we move along here to the top of the 6th, as we got all kinds of changes here, and our home plate umpire and the manager for the Bear Lake Bears softball team back here talking to the official score to make sure we got all the changes and all the people in the right places. And we'll try to get you caught up on what those changes are here as we move along here to the top of the 6th inning. Still have the wind blowing in from right field. Yes, it's a cool breeze. It's kept the temperatures down today. And now here's Haley Humphrey to lead off as we go here to the top of the 6th inning. And the first pitch to Humphries hit foul out along the left field line, and it's 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Humphrey, who as the starting pitcher today did well for Bear Lake. At the plate, she's done just as well. She's 2 for 3, scored a couple of times and hits that pitch foul as well. So here's Humphries now down in the count 0-2. As that pitch is line foul back into the screen. So what the discussion was where was the new pitcher, Brooklyn Klausing, going into the lineup at, and she replaces Gracie Rigby in the number 7 spot in the lineup as the 0-2 pitch up high, 1-2. Outfield straightaway here against Humphries, and the 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. chase one up in the zone. She goes down on strikes. That's 3 strikeouts for Bear since coming into the game. And 5 strikeouts for Bear Lake hitters overall on the day. Now here is Alexis Combs. Combs had a big RBI double and scored a runner last time up. As Bear's first pitch is up high, ball 1, 1-0. As Combs's double got the run in when it seemed like Preston was just right on the edge of getting out of the inning, but no dice. Wasn't going to happen as Combs doubled in the run. The 1-0. That's over for a strike. One out here in the top of the 6th, the 1-run game. Preston trails 8-7. Next pitch home. That is over for a strike. As Combs takes a couple of strikes, now to count 1 ball and 2 strikes here. Bear ready again, rocks, big motion, a lot of elbows and kneecaps coming home, and that ball looks like it hit off the outside of her leg and kind of rolled up the home plate. And so the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Up high again. Bear runs the count full now, 3-2. So Bear, when she's making her motion, she bends at the waist as she starts to come forward. And there's the glove hand that comes flying up out of there, and kind of a little bit of a leg kick, and then the ball comes out of there as well. And you're supposed to find all that out of all that motion as Combs goes down on strikes. Second strikeout of the inning. That's 4 consecutive strikeouts for Bear. And now with 2 outs, here is Abby Johnson, the designated player today for the Bears. And the first pitch to her misses outside, ball 1. Johnson, who has scored 3 times, she's 2 for 3 overall. The one time that she did not reach base safely, she actually reached on an error and still worked her way around to score. So she's the girl you want to try to keep off the base paths as the pitch is hit foul, and it's 1-1. Ball and a strike. Temperature starting to drop now a little bit. You can feel it actually getting colder sitting up here in the press box. Now the next pitch home. Half swing. She went too far. She tried to hold up but not able to. She gets rung up by the home plate umpire, and it's 1-2. So here comes Bear, ready. The next pitch home, bounces up there. So the ball makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two outs here in the top of the 6th. Bears 2-2 pitch. Popped up. There's the first baseman, Keller, to put the squeeze on it. And Preston puts the Bears out in order, 1-2-3. As Bears go down in order, we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Bear Lake 8, Preston 7. We'll be right back.
KACA.
At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
So for the first time today, Indian pitchers set the Bear Lake Bears down in order in the top of the 6th inning. So we'll go to the bottom of the 6th now. As here in the bottom of the 6th inning, it's Parker, Hobson, and back to the top of the order, and Griffith due up for the Preston Indians. Or you have to go back to that play that ended the bottom of the 5th inning that Peterson turned into a double play and a ball hit down the line that she was able to snag and then tag Keller coming back to the bag. And think, boy, what if? Not only would have extended the inning, but a potential tying run cut down on the double play line out. So here we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Shandy Parker to lead off. Parker singled, reached on an error, and scored a run. And the first pitch home here is down and low, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. So Brooklyn Chelsea moving into her 2nd inning of work here. Pitch low at home plate. New ball thrown out to Chelsea. And the next pitch home. Off-speed pitch, swung on and missed by Parker. She's out in front of it. And it's 0-2. Outfield straight away against her. And looking to get something going here for Preston. The bottom of the 6th inning. And lines one, and guess who? Parker. So 1 out. And that brings up Chloe Hobson. I don't know if you're old enough to remember or not. As the pitch home, bunted up along the 3rd base line. Parker down to get it, throws not in time over at first base. As the first baseman Combs not able to hang on to the second baseman coming over. Van Hulsing not able to hang on to the play. I don't know if you're old enough to remember or not, but back in the late 60s, the Cincinnati Reds and the Baltimore Orioles met in the World Series. And Cincinnati, for whatever they did, whatever they tried, they could not get a ball past Brooks Robinson at 3rd base. As a runner going on the pitch, and she steals 2nd base. So whatever they tried, the Reds could not get a ball past Brooks Robinson. He made diving plays to each side, plays in foul ground, plays charging on bunts and short ground balls in the infield. And that's the kind of game that Peterson is having at 3rd base today for Bear Lake. Just simply incredible, the plays that she's making over there. Ball popped up right around home plate. Throw the mask away, and the catcher, Pierce, not able to put the squeeze on it. Yes. It'll be Griffith to come back to home plate again. So balls hit short of Peterson. Line drives at her. 1 down the line. She's been able to get a glove on. As a pitch hit foul again back into the screen. Very Brooks Robinson-like at 3rd base today for her. One and 2 the count. Griffith with 1 hit today. It was a solo home run back in the 3rd inning. And again hits it foul back into the screen. Tying run at 2nd base for Preston here in the bottom of the 6th in an 8-7 game. Chelsea back up on the mound. That ball again ripped foul. And the only reason it got past Peterson at 3rd base was because it was about 4 feet foul. So the count stays at 1-2. As Vanessa Griffith back up there again for the Indians. The 1-2 pitch. Again, hit foul. Cholson keeps throwing them, and Griffith keeps chopping them away. So the battle rages as Griffith trying to reach base, and the pitch is up high. Kind of backs her off the plate here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tying run for the Indians at second base. And the next pitch home. Bounces up there. Goes to the backstop. And the wild pitch is going to let the tying run get to third. So the tying run now down at third base. And now all Griffith has to do is put one into play. There's the 3-2. Again, hit foul. Hits off the top of the backstop. Ends up over in the bleachers on the third base side. So we'll do it all again. And once again, here's the next pitch home. Again, hit foul. So Vanessa Griffith keeps fouling them away, and she just to kind of just relax a little bit, takes a little walk around home plate. And again, the next pitch home. Swung on and missed. Good battle. Eventually won by Brooklyn Chelsing, and there's 2 outs here in the inning. She records her first strikeout. Third strikeout only of the day for the Indians, as they've had good at-bats today. Now here is Roxy Hanson with 2 outs. And again, the tying run potentially standing down there at third base. And the Indians trying to get in Hobson, who represents what would be the tying run. Little roller back toward the mound. Bad bounce, it gets away. Peterson picks it up and throws it away. The run is in on the infield hit. So the run comes in, and it's an 8-8 tie as Preston gets even. Remember, they fell behind 3-0 in the top of the first inning hardly before there was an out. And finally able to scratch out enough offense to be able to get back into the game and get even. As here is Larson with the bunt played by the pitcher. They throw to first in time, and the out made there. And that is out number 3 as Larson is out 1-3 on the put out. But Preston gets a run on 2 hits in the inning, and 1 man left. As we are done with 6, we'll go to the 7th, and we are dead even. 8-8 as we go to the 7th. We're back with more after this.
KACA.
At Preston Drug, we understand that everyone is busy and time is important. That's why we've implemented synchronization. We look at all the monthly prescriptions your family takes, and working with your doctor, we organize them so that you can pick them all up at one time each month. Synchronization with Preston Drug saves you time and money. Call Preston Drug today, and we'll get you into the synchronization system. It's free and it's simple. Preston Drug, 208-852-1563.
Well, we had no winner on Friday morning, which means we'll add another $5 into the jackpot. And when I come back on Monday morning, the jackpot will be worth $125. We'll try to give that money away during the 7 o'clock hour. It's the KACH Money Magnet Contest. $125 up for grabs Monday morning right here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
So the Indians get even. It's 8-8. As we go here to the top of inning number 7. And for Bear on in relief, she will face I believe it's Kelsey Skinner's spot, and then Brooklyn Klausing, the pitcher, and Haley Willis due up. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up here in the top of inning number 7 for the Bear Lake Bears. So Kelsey Skinner to lead it off. 0 for 1, grounded out her first time up. As the relief pitcher for the Indians, Charlie Bear, has done a good job. Posted zeros in her 2 innings of work. Has only given up 1 hit, struck out 4, and hit a batter. So here we go, ready to push off in the top of the 7th inning. The first pitch to Skinner is down low, ball 1. 1 ball with no strikes. This number 6 spot in the lineup for Bear Lake has not produced much of anything for them today, as the pitch swung on and hit foul. It's a foul ball in and out of the glove of Hobson back behind home plate. In fact, this number 6 spot in the lineup is the only spot in the lineup that has not reached base safely today. Kiwi Nelson, who started in that spot, struck out twice, and then Skinner grounded out in her only at bat. Here's the next pitch from Bear. Popped up. That's going to make it up over the top of the screen and up onto the roof here of the press box. And it stays at a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 on Kelsey Skinner. Leading off here in the top of the 7th inning in an 8-8 tie. Look out, little let-up pitch that becomes almost more like an ephus pitch that stays high. And it's 2-2. Bears 2-2 offering is lined at the third baseman. There's Hanson with an equally as nice play that she makes down at third base as well to record the first out of the inning. So with 1 out, Bear ready to go back to work and comes home. The first pitch here is up high, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Brooklyn Klausing, the second pitcher on the day, used by the Bears now at the plate, as she replaced Gracie Rigby in the spot in the lineup, at least, as the pitch swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Rigby was 0 for 2 officially with a walk, as Klausing up there for her first at-bat here today since coming in to pitch a couple innings ago. As the next pitch kind of backs her back off the plate. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Remember, this is the last game before spring break for the Lady Indians. So they're going to be off for a while. I think it's April 1st before they get back on the field. Ball looped along the right field line. It is a foul ball. So drops just foul, and it goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Today's game brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, offering more options and plenty of options for your insurance coverage needs. Go drop by and see them at 85 South State Street in Preston, or you can call them to get your competitive quote today at 852-2500. That's 852-2500. Ball popped up in foul ground. Keller couldn't reach it, and everything going to drop untouched, and it stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2. Jelsing back up there. Bear has retired 6 in a row since the third out recorded with having the runner thrown out at home plate a couple innings ago, as the count now runs full, 3-2. Since that play, when Willis was thrown out trying to come home, Bear has really knuckled down and Strides have put out 6 batters in a row. There's a ground ball to second, in time over to first, and that's the second out here in the top of the 7th inning. So Bear has come in and really shut down the Bear Lake offense. Again, she's allowed just one hit and a hit batter in her 2 2/3 innings of work. And now here's Haley Willis again. And Willis has 2 hits, plus was hit by a pitch in the game as well. First pitch to Willis, ground ball to the shortstop. Johnson has it, plays it across, and we'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning, all even, 8-8. Preston coming up with a chance to win it in the bottom of the 7th inning, and we'll be right back.
KACA.
In the good old days, you did business with people who treated you well, had a firm handshake, and looked you in the eye. At West Motor here in Preston and Logan, that's the way we did it. Since then, we've grown and added technology, but we didn't leave the good stuff out. We still offer a free car wash when you're in for service. We offer quality Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford vehicles. We look you in the eye when we give you our no-charge lifetime powertrain warranty, and we finish every deal with a firm handshake. The good old days were good, and these days are good too. We know we've been here all along. Visit West Motor today.
West Motor Company.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
KACH.
Well, Preston will go to the bottom of the 7th inning, all even at 8-8. And now with a chance to win it in walk-off fashion. As we go here to the bottom of the 7th inning, it'll be the middle part of the order for the Indians. Megan Johnson will lead off. Johnson will be followed by Charlie Bear and then Kendall Keller, the middle of the order. In this 8-8 tie here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Remind you to stay tuned for the post-game show. We'll review this game. We'll also name our player of the game and tell you what's on tap for the Indians baseball and softball teams as well, all coming up on the post-game show when this one is over here this afternoon. As finally we get everybody back out on the field. Warm-up tosses are complete. And now Megan Johnson will walk up toward home plate, and we'll get this bottom of the 7th inning going. So here's Johnson, 1 for 3. She's singled, popped up, and struck out. And the first pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. Preston with 9 hits today. They'll go along with their 8 runs. Next pitch swung out and missed by Johnson, and it's 0-2. They've committed a couple of errors so far today as well. Again, the 0-2 pitch is rolled foul over on the third base side. It ends up going through the bottom of the fence and ends up in Mr. Hobson's lap over there on the third base side, sitting in the front row. Again, here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, or have to record the out at first base, which they do. And there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So Johnson strikes out for the 2nd time today. Now here is Charlie Bear, who has been simply just outstanding on the mound. She's retired 8 in a row. Now will come up and swing the bat here with first pitch swinging, pops it up into short center. DeClerc coming up. They can't get it. In fact, it lands on the infield surface. And Preston has the winning run aboard. I think the shortstop Humphries and the center fielder DeClerc both thought it was going to go either farther or shorter as it fell in between them. And neither of them really had much of a chance to try to make the play. So here's Kendall Keller as that pitch is in the dirt. Nice save by Skinner, the new catcher. And back to first base goes Bear. Keller today with a pair of hits.
single, drove in a run back in the second inning, doubled in the fifth. She also has scored one run. Ground ball to third. Peterson has it, goes to second. The throw is a bit high, but they get the force out at second base. Yeah, now there's 2 outs. So Bear is out on the force play. Two outs in the inning. And now here's Drew Despain looking to extend the inning for Preston and kind of keep the inning alive. Despain shows bunt. There goes the runner, and Keller's going to steal second base with nobody even covering the bag. So the potential winning run moves into scoring position now for Preston. Despain with one hit, lined into the double play, hits that one down the left field line. That's going to be in, and it gets by the left fielder. It's going to roll to the wall. And going into third is Despain. And I was going to say that's absolutely that's the winning run for the Indians. That nobody was moving. I thought, okay, maybe my scorebook was wrong, but no. Despain doubles into the left field corner to pick up Keller, and Preston will win it by the final score of 9-8. So a big play by Drew Despain with her second hit of the game, and Preston able to pick up the run, and they win it after falling behind 3-0 before there was an out in the game in the first inning today. So Preston wins it 9-8. We'll come back with the post-game show, the final totals, and have the winning and losing pitchers all for you coming up on the post-game show coming up next. Today's game has been brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new and used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Kim Dry of Northern Utah. If you live in Cache or Box Elder County, they can clean and protect your home or office for greater peace of mind. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. They have the parts that you need to keep your car running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto through Mutual of Enumclaw. Preston Pharmacy, now with their own app to help make tracking your prescriptions easier. And by S&T Electric. If you're doing remodeling, addition, or building a new home, they are there to help with your electrical needs. Now stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up. Following their sweep of the Bobcats, the Preston Indians come home Tuesday to play their first home games of the year. The Bear Lake Bears will be the opponents, and the first pitch is set for 3 p.m. Let's see if the Indians will continue to swing their hot bats after scoring 31 runs in the 2 games against Burley. We will have full coverage on Tuesday, starting with the pregame show at 2:45 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH, and the video feed on mylocalradio.com.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-8888 0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
It's time for the Preston Indian Postgame Show. Coming up, we'll review the just completed game, name our player of the game, take a look at the scoreboard, and what's on tap for the Indians. It's all up next on the Preston Indian Postgame Show. Well, welcome back, and what a finish today for the Lady Indians as they're able to come back and after trailing 3-0 after the top of the first inning. They just kept chipping away, never gave up, kept trying to get back even, finally able to tie the game in the bottom of the sixth, and then get pushed over the winning run on the RBI single by Drew Despain that scored Kendall Keller, and the Preston Lady Indians win the game by the final score here this afternoon of 9-8. Or I should say, yes, 9-8, as the Preston Lady Indians able to come back all the way and win this one here this afternoon to pick up the victory. And what good work by the Indians, not only at the plate but also pitching, after Kendall Keller struggled a little bit over the first 3 or 4 innings, especially the first inning, after she gave up 3 runs on 5 hits in that first inning. But after that, Keller started to settle down, and it was Bear who came in, Chelsea Bear, to come in and really slam the lid down tight on Bear Lake as she retired the last 8 batters that she faced and ended up winning the game. Final totals in the game here today for Preston to win it: 9 runs on a total of 14 hits today for the Indians, as they also committed 2 errors, and Preston left a total of 6 men on base. For Bear Lake, 8 runs on 11 hits. They also committed 2 errors today, and they left 6 men on base here this afternoon as well. As we mentioned, Charlie Bear picked up the win in relief, and just outstanding relief work for her. She didn't allow any runs over 3 innings of work here this afternoon, as she allowed 1 hit. She hit a batter. She struck out a total of 4, and as we mentioned a moment ago, retired the last 8 people that she faced in the lineup to pick up the win here this afternoon. The loss goes to Brooklyn Chelsing, who came in relief and allowed the tying and the winning runs for the Indians in the 6th and 7th inning, respectively. So Preston wins it. They even their record now at 2-2 with the win here today. Bear Lake falls to 3-3. We'll come back after this timeout. We'll have a little bit more on the postgame show right after this, including we'll name our Ralph's Construction Player of the Game. That's on the way next.
KACH.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
It's the end of a long day and your feet are tired, or are you running behind schedule? But you need milk and eggs. You don't want to have to walk clear to the back of the store to get a gallon of milk and a dozen eggs. I suspect we all can relate to both of those stories. The great news is that this problem has been solved by Stokes Market in Preston with a recently installed new cold case right near the front door. If you just need a gallon of milk or some eggs, you can find them right inside the front door. Visit Stokes Market today in Preston.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
KACH.
Welcome back here to the post-game show as it's time to announce our player of the game. Our player of the game today brought to you by Ralph's Construction. If you'd like to have a new home built for you, whether it be here in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston, where you can build a home that might fit your needs and desires, call Ralph's Construction at 435-232-1837. That's Ralph's Construction at 435-232-1837. Very, very easy to pick our player of the game today for the Preston Lady Indians. It has to be, in relief, the winning pitcher, Charlie Bair, to come in and pick up the win. As we mentioned before, she went 3 innings today, did not allow a run, only allowed 1 hit a batter, and retired the last 8 batters in a row for the Bear Lake Bears to pick up the win here this afternoon. She also had a pair of hits and an RBI in the game. She finished 2 for 4 with a bat in her hand today as well. So Charlie Bair, our player of the game, brought to you by Ralph's Construction. Again, call them for if you want a home built for your needs or your desires, especially here in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston, as they can build one of their floor plans or build to suit your plans as well. 435-232-1837 for Ralph's Construction. Well, we'll come back. We'll wrap up today's program and tell you what's on tap next for the Indians right after this.
KACH.
If you think buying a car is hard, stressful, and it takes a long time, you haven't shopped at West Motor in Preston and Logan. We've got a large selection of quality new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford vehicles to choose from. Because we offer great pricing and the buying process is simple, we also have a large inventory of used vehicles to choose from. Buy your next vehicle from a dealership that has provided customers a stress-free, quick, and reliable buying process for decades. West Motor in Preston and Logan. Stop in today or visit us online at westmotorcompany.com.
West Motor Company.
Rounds & Associates Insurance Service is an independent insurance agency with Allstate, Travelers, Auto Owners, Safeco, Progressive, and Nationwide, just to name a few. Stop by the office for your competitive quote today. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call 208-852-2500. Rounds & Associates Insurance, supporting both the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians on to victory. You've got this. Don't weaken. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call today, 208-852-2500.
Pain-free and feeling great without the expense and side effects of medications. It is not only possible, but a reality at Fellows Chiropractic. Now with 4 massage therapists and chiropractic available to help you with your relief from chronic pain. Give Dr. Fellows' office a call at 208-852-2240 to schedule your massage therapy or chiropractic session today. That number again is 208-852-2240.
KACH.
Well, for those watching on mylocalradio.com today, we thank you for watching. You can see the JV teams getting ready to play as they'll try to get their game in here before the inclement weather moves into the areas. The wind has blown in some dark clouds. We are expecting rain sometime later this evening and into tomorrow as well, so hopefully they'll be able to get their game in before that bad weather arrives. So Preston wins it. They've won 2 in a row after dropping their first 2 games of the year, and now will be off until April 1st for spring break. And on April 1st, they will go to Skyline High School, where they will play a doubleheader starting at 3:30 p.m., and we will have those games for you here on KACH and on mylocalradio.com. As far as the boys' baseball team is concerned, they are in action again here on Tuesday before they go into spring break. As they will be hosting Bear Lake, the boys' teams will be here, and they will also meet in a doubleheader that day with the first pitch scheduled for 3 p.m. that day as well. And we will have those games also for you here on KACH and the video feed on mylocalradio.com. It's the home opener for the Preston boys coming up next Tuesday, and we'll have them here for you, both to watch and to listen to for your enjoyment coming up next Tuesday. So until then, that'll wrap up our broadcast for this afternoon. We thank you for watching. The Executive Director of Preston Sports here on KACH Radio is Val Cook. The studio coordinator today has been John Beverly. I'm Dan Hubbard, thanking you for listening, and remind you of the final score as Preston gets a run at the bottom of the 7th and comes back to knock off Bear Lake, winning by the final score of 9-8. Until next Tuesday, we'll talk to you then. I'm Dan Hubbard. Enjoy your weekend and have a good night, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.